But I know you're here somewhere.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. You are all set and ready to go.
There you are. Thank you so much. So we'll go ahead and get this meeting on the road. Thank you. Let's see. I just need to look and see who all's here. All right. Good morning. Calling this Public Safety Committee meeting of December 3rd, 2005 to order. And I am first going to do a little round robin and do some introductions. I am Barry Walters, the incoming and grateful chair of the Public Safety Committee. I have big shoes to fill with Carol Anderson Blanks, and we thank her for her service, and I will do my best. I have with me today Vice Chair Councilor Tiffany McGinnis. I saw Counselor Committee Member Gail Harris. There she is. Good morning, Gail. And then we have Mayor Sherry Cantor. We have Counselor Ben Winograd. Counselor, let's see. Let me go through here. Counselor Wang, I see here. And then we will jump to, let's see, Town Manager Rick Ledwith is with us. I see Fire Chief Greg Priest, and he has a gang whom I cannot see everybody there, so I will trust that you will introduce them. I see, I'm sorry I'm taking a while to do this. I just don't want to miss everybody. Who have I missed? Who have I missed? Oh, there is Fire Marshal Grimaldi. Hello. And Sarah. I saw Sarah there as well. And of course, our one and only Jarida helping us with technical assistance. So we'll go ahead. Did I miss anybody? Sorry, I have a couple pages on my screen, so I just want to make sure I don't miss anyone.
I think you have everyone, Mr. Chairman.
Excellent. Thank you. So we'll move on to business items. And we have the approval for minutes. And I did have a question about that since two of the members are new. Do we have to abstain? How do we do this? Because we were not voting members.
My understanding, Mr. Chairman, is that both members could vote on the minutes. So they weren't
Okay.
at the meeting, but they're voting on the fact that those minutes reflect the meeting that took place last month.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to confirm, and I did forget somebody. Mr. Riccabon, I apologize.
Not a problem.
And Councilor Lyons just joined us as well, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, I'm sorry, who?
Councilor Lyons?
Oh, thank you, Councilor Lyons, John Lyons. Thank you for joining us this morning. All right, so
Thanks, Mr.
I
Chairman.
will go
Appreciate
ahead
it.
and call for a motion to approve the minutes of November 12th, 2025.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. And so we have approval of the minutes.
We didn't approve it. We just moved.
Oh, we just made the call. I apologize. So do we have approval of the minutes?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I interviewed with St. Francis's anesthesia group.
Can somebody turn their mute
I think
on,
that was
please?
Gail coming when
Yeah, I
she
think
came
we're
off
good now.
mute. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, and so approval of the minutes, we have that. We'll move on to 2B, which is the Leash Law Discussion. And I will turn that over to Town Manager Rick Ledwith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning, everyone. On behalf of our entire public safety team, I want to extend a warm welcome to our new public safety chair, as well as to our newly elected town councilors joining us this morning. We appreciate all of your willingness to step into these roles and for your commitment to the well-being of our community. As you'll see, this committee's work really touches every resident in West Hartford, and we're grateful for your leadership and partnership as we continue this work together. For the benefit of our new counselors, I'd like to briefly summarize where our previous discussions have been regarding the proposed amendment to our current leash ordinance. And as it stands today, our ordinance requires dogs to be leashed only in parks and playgrounds. It doesn't apply to sidewalks, streets, or other town-owned spaces. And over the last several months, our animal control officer, Kim Galino, and our public safety team have highlighted the challenges that this limitation can create, from inconsistent expectations among dog owners, and really to preventable issues that sometimes will happen between residents and unleashed dogs. And as previously presented by ACO Galino, from 2023 through 2025, animal control responded to more than 100 roaming dog calls. And as we previously discussed, 64 of those resulted in documented dog bites, either to another dog or to a person. And those dogs were off leash. So the goal of this proposed amendment is to expand the leash requirement town-wide. So it really will provide clarity and consistency, and really overall a safer environment for residents and folks in our parks and on sidewalks and things and their pets. So we previously reviewed examples of other ordinances around the state. We looked at best practices, and overall we've discussed the overall public safety benefit to expanding our ordinance. So in our last meeting, the committee had asked us to look at a tiered violation schedule. So presently, our ordinance calls for a $79 flat fine per violation. So what we would propose is a tiered schedule that would start with a $50 violation for the first offense, $75 for the second offense, and then $99 for the third offense and for every offense thereafter. So in our last meeting as well, the AC Galino had a great idea of communicating once the council were to adopt this ordinance, we would communicate this policy change out directly to our dog owners through our dog license database. So should the council adopt this, and if we were to adopt it, it would happen in early 26. We would have time to send messages out to our dog owners, letting them know that this ordinance is changing, and that there is now a town-wide requirement of dogs being on a leash. So gives our new counselors a little bit of history, and then brings our counselors who had been previously involved in the conversation back to that tiered discussion of the violation. So I will pause there, and through you, Mr. Chairman, happy to answer any questions that the council may have.
Thank you, Manager Ledwith. Does anybody have any questions?
Can I, oh, sorry. I don't know how to raise my hand, but I was wondering if I could ask a question.
Absolutely, Councilor Harris, go ahead.
So this would be directed to Mr. Ledwith. What would be the policy if somebody actually had their dog on a leash, walking down the street and the dog unfortunately got away, meaning they weren't intentionally trying to go without the leash? Would they still be subjected to a fine?
Actually, that's a great question, Councilor Harris. My gut reaction, I'd want to talk it through with the public safety team, would be no, they would not be. They're following the ordinance by maintaining keeping their dog on a leash, and the dog accidentally gets away from the owner, they would not be subject to the violation, but I can confirm that with our team.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Great question. Let's see. I don't see any hands up. So if you had intended to, please speak up.
There's two hands up. Counselor
Counselor
Walters.
Wang and Counselor Lyons both have their hands up.
Oh, okay. I apologize for whatever reason it's not showing on my screen. And so I'm not sure who had their hand up first. So I will.
Counselor Wang had his hand up first, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Counselor Wang, go ahead.
All right, we're gonna head out of here.
Counselor Wang, we cannot hear you. Okay. Thank you, Counselor Wang. We will skip over to Counselor Lyons.
Thank you,
Oh, I
Mr.
think
Chairman.
so.
Through you to Town Manager Ludwig. Curious, you're talking about a repeat offense structure, a kind of a tiered structure. Are we seeing, is enforcement seeing repeat offenses? Is it the same? I almost don't want to say bad actors, but is it the same repeat offenders?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, to Counselor Lyons' question, we're not seeing a lot of repeat offenders, but certainly this protects us in the offense that we do see that. I think by large, by far and large, most dog owners do keep their dogs on the leash, but certainly we have experience showing that there are several cases where that doesn't happen. So this will allow our public safety team a little more structure in terms of addressing folks that, if they didn't get it the first time, we would be able to address that with that second violation. Probably don't expect to see a lot of second and third violations, but it provides us with that protection in the event that we do.
Through you, Chairman Walters, Mr. Town Manager, thank you. Second question. What is the logic? And I had a little bit of a tech issue getting on, so if you address this, I apologize. Why are we cutting the fee for offenders? For first time.
So, yeah, through you, Mr. Chairman. So in our last meeting last month, we talked about a tiered schedule. We took a look at some of the other violation fees around the state, and our $79 fee, starting fee, was a little bit higher than the average. I think the average is at $50. So with that tiered structure, and we don't issue a lot of violations. So we took this opportunity to, with that tiered structure, come down a little bit off the 79, get back up to the 75 with the second violation, and 99 with the third.
And that's exactly the middle of that explanation, I think, is when I got on the call there, Mr. Town Manager. Thank you. And Chairman Wall, thank you very, very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And again, I apologize because I'm still seeing no hands up. So there's something on my side that is problematic. And
Counselor Wang's microphone is
Counselor
switched.
Wang.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. It's working now, right?
Yes.
All right. Through you, Chairman Walters, just real quick question. The law doesn't seem to make an exception about roaming at large on the land of another person with explicit permission by the owner of the land. Like if you bring your dog to a friend's house, the law doesn't seem to make an exception for that. Is that true? That seems like a oversight or to be an awkward situation.
Meaning, yeah, through you, Mr. Chairman, could you explain that a little bit more, Counselor Wang? So if you were a dog owner and you brought your dog over or let your dog roam into another person's yard?
Well, if you went over to, like, say, a friend's house and your
Yeah.
dog came with you, the law seems to not be written with that in mind, or am I misunderstanding? It seems to say if your dog is roaming on the land of another, roaming free, etc., then that you can be fined for that.
Yeah, that
There's
would
just
not
not
be
an
the
exception.
expectation. Yeah. So we can clarify
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. Like if you brought your dog to a friend's house, we wouldn't want somebody to be fined because the dog is off leash on your friend's property.
Yeah. Nor would we. Yeah. So we can certainly clarify that.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Do we have any other questions or comments? All right, hearing none, the one question I had was regarding the tiered fine, and that was answered. So I do not feel the necessity to keep going with questions. So next steps, Manager Ledwith?
Next steps is our corporation council will need to finalize the ordinance, the draft ordinance, and they will need a little bit of time on that because we have some other things that are in the queue. If we can get it on the December 17th council meeting, we will try to do that, and it would be set for a public hearing in January. If we're not able to make that date, then we would set it. We'd receive it, the council would receive it at the first meeting in January, and then we'd set it for a public hearing shortly after that. So, but I do want our corporation council, Councilor Wang brought up a good point. I just want to make sure our corporation council will want to make sure that this language is legally sound and will stand the test of time. So if we need a little bit more time on just finalizing that, we would do that, but expected either at the December 17th meeting or the first meeting in January.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Ledwith. I will look forward to that.
Thank you.
All right. All right. And I think we will go on to the next order of business, which is communications. Do we have any?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No communications this morning.
All right. That leads us to staff reports. Always the favorite. I from my previous experience in attending. So I have on my list to start with police department update, and I'm guessing that you, Mr. Rivkan, are doing that update for us. Or Rickaban, I'm sorry.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Yes, I am. So first, welcome to everybody to the Public Safety Committee. Glad to have you aboard. Chief Riddick and AC Terra, sorry that they missed your first meeting, but they are attending and presenting at the Use of Force Summit down at the Mohegan Sun Casino. They are a great representation for the police department in the town of West Hartford, with over 800 attendees this year from around the world. Again, Chief Riddick will be presenting, as well as Chief Terra, and they are also going to bring that information back to our police department to make us even better. So they send their regrets, but they are doing good for a lot of people, including our police department. We are going to be pretty busy coming up on our preparation side, a lot of town activities, which we're excited for. We have our holiday stroll on Thursday. We have our mitten run on Sunday, and our fire and ice on ice next Sunday, December 14th. So the PD will be very busy in the preparation for that, working with our public safety partners and public works in preparing that. Pistol permits last month was 11. Year to date is 214. On our traffic side, our Vision Zero initiative and our traffic division, along with our patrol officers, doing a wonderful job with enforcing traffic laws. November of 2025, there were 198 motor vehicle accidents, over 820 motor vehicle stops. From January 1 of this year to November 30th of this year, we have over 8,685 motor vehicle stops. which in the same time period in 2024, we did 7,388. So we are up in that with a lot of the initiatives that we're doing and our traffic blitzes. So kudos to all our officers involved in that. During the month of November, our ERC received over 1,700 911 calls, 4,300 routine calls. The 911 calls, 94% of them were handled in 10 seconds or less. So again, a lot of calls coming in, ARC doing a wonderful job. Community Relations Division, very busy in November too. They presented to the school nurses in the district about internet safety, what signs to look for in the event of bullying or grooming cases. They then went over to the Young Israel Synagogue, formed a security audit for their lockdown drill. And then on November 23rd, our training division hosted our second Escape Alive series for the Jane Doe No More program with an enormous turnout. We are privileged to host that, and we look forward to continuing to host that throughout the years. Yesterday, there was a strong police presence at Hall High School. So I will tell you that around 8:47, we received a report of a possible weapon at Hall High School. West Hartford Police responded immediately. We initiated a secure the classroom with the school for the safety of all our students and staff. We did a thorough investigation. No weapon was located. We were able to lift that secure the school/classroom protocol at 12:43. I can tell you that the amount of time and effort that the town council, the town manager, the mayor, and everyone involved in the town has put into our school security teams and the training with our Board of Education and the police department, things went flawlessly. It was a wonderful display of the amount of time and effort that we've placed into these programs and how when an event like this occurs, we're able to come together and handle it at a very professional and efficient level. So thank you to everybody. Our patrol division, our officers were very self-initiated in the month of November. I'll just highlight a couple of cases here. One of our patrol officers saw actually a bicyclist operating erratically on the roadway without any reflective clothing or lights, basically creating a hazard at night for this. We tried to stop the bicyclists. They fled. We found them in a backyard. We were able to arrest the operator and they found that to have drug paraphernalia on them, 4 prawn warrants, which are rearrest warrants. We arrested them for disobeying an officer's signal, criminal mischief, and a $50,000 surety bond in addition to that. Yeah, another one of our officers initiated a motor vehicle stop for a person that was wanted. At that time, during the traffic stop, we were able to develop reasonable suspicion to deploy our K9 Lottie at the time to hit on the vehicle, which yielded a Glock 34 357 handgun equipped with a high-capacity magazine and a switch allowing fully automatic firing. We were able to arrest that suspect, arrest them for criminal possession of a firearm, possession of a large capacity magazine, possession of an assault weapon, alteration of a firearm, violation of protective order, operating on suspension, and put a $500,000 surety bond on them. So good work by our officers with their traffic stops. Our detective division also pretty busy the month of November. We have a number of our detectives on task force, which has played out very, very well for us. The detective division was working closely with the U.S. Secret Service and the Hartford Police FBI Financial Crimes Task Force and NYPD. They were able to identify a citizen that was actually swindled out of around $500,000. They were found that the courier was using the victim's money in other illegal operations. They were able to identify the courier, put an arrest warrant together, and actually bring that person to justice. So Task Force and IDD working together collaboratively was able to really help out an individual. Our detective division also worked with the Connecticut State Police Bureau of Investigations, assisted with an operation targeting a group responsible for over $180,000 worth of organized retail theft throughout Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. Officers were able to locate one of the suspect vehicles behind an apartment complex here in West Hartford. Two of our detectives, along with several members of the Connecticut State Police Bureau of Special Investigations and the Greater Hartford Regional Auto Theft Task Force, were able to stop the vehicle. The suspects had actually admitted to involvement in the organized retail theft from the region. We were able to arrest them for larceny first, motor vehicle offense in the first, a criminal trover. They also were arrested for criminal larceny, and we actually stopped that ring working with our law enforcement partners in the area. A report was submitted to the Public Safety Committee with further review in a couple additional cases. And at this time, that concludes my report from the police department.
Thank you. And as I mentioned earlier, I am not seeing raised hands. So if you have a question or comment, please let me know. I'm reviewing here and not seeing any hands up. So either you all thought he did a great job and was thorough and don't have any questions, or
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, John Lyons, thank you. Yeah, I raised my hands through you, if I may.
Yes.
First of all, Assistant Chief Riccabon, thank you so much for the report. That 10-second action time metric is better than impressive. It's incredible. And just hearing all that you have on your plate, I almost feel bad asking this question, but I need to, because this is my first rodeo and there's probably a process in place. So I was driving yesterday. I could look at my phone, but probably 9:15. I received a call from the admin of a couple of the community pages. What's going on at Hall? There's a lockdown. And I didn't know anything. And I said, I don't know anything. If it sounds urgent, you want me to make a phone call? And he said, no. And then the phone calls basically started trickling in. And it became apparent very quickly that thankfully everything was going to be okay. Is there a process, or is it even appropriate? And if it's not, let me know, to ask for a process where this is communicated out to council. And I don't know if that's even an appropriate question, and I apologize if it's not, but it's, I happen to know, the people who run the community pages, and, people are posting things on the community pages and kind of getting out in front of the skis here. And I just don't want to ever do or say anything that could be considered as that.
Through you, Mr. Chairman, we do have a process in place, and I know you're new to the rodeo, so I'll explain it. The police department reports directly to the town manager and the mayor, and through either one of those individuals, they will disseminate information as they see fit. We dealt with this a couple of times through COVID and mass incidents at that point. We will never beat social media with people jumping on and getting on Facebook. At the time of the incident, we will get out the information that we can. That's important, but our main goal and our main focus is going to be the incident at hand, obviously. So at that point, that's what we're doing. We are in communication with the town manager and the mayor through a majority of these incidents, but even at that time, they get caught up maybe a little bit later, depending on at what level it's on. But the system that Chief Reddick put in place over 8 years ago has been phenomenal. It's worked very well. In your new role, you will see that you will be contacted a lot, especially the Public Safety Committee, to get information, but we will get that out as necessary. And again, depending on what the incident is. But we do have a process in place. Has worked very well. I hope that answers your question, sir.
Through you, Mr. Chairman, Assistant Chief Riccabon, thank you. It really does, and I knew it was a tough and probably borderline inappropriate question, but I'm learning. And through you, Mr. Chair, to the town manager, I hope I didn't step on your toes in asking that question. I just, it's so important to me to not. I'd rather say something wrong on a committee call with you folks than say something wrong to the admin of Neighbors and Friends or Political Forum and have that get out. So I really didn't say anything and just said, look, if you need me to make a phone call, I will. Certainly, I would direct that call to you, Mr. Town Manager, but I really appreciate the answer and I really appreciate all that West Hartford Finance does for everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor Lyons. And I imagine, I know that sometimes it seems like we're not getting information, but sometimes there's no information yet to give, or that information is not is not quite ready to disseminate. So trust me, Councilor Lyons, your email will be receiving things, and your phone calls will happen. I can assure you. Are there any other questions? And again, I apologize. I will say it again. I do not see raised hands for some reason today.
I'll just add one more comment to that, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. And through you to Councilor Lyons' question and AC Rickabon, appreciate that overview as well. So, and something like this happens yesterday. Most important was getting communication out to the parents at Hall High School. So it wasn't so much what was happening on social media in other parts of town, but ensuring our parents of the students involved, all 1,500 students that were at Hall and involved in this situation, getting that communication out to the parents was our first priority. And the superintendent and his team did an outstanding job of doing that. And as AC Rickabon said, I have direct conversation with the chief, with the mayor, and certainly we can explore how we disseminate that information out at different times as well. But certainly anything ever comes up where you have a question right then and there, feel free to reach out. Available, as you know, 24/7. So we will help you with information and all of our town council as well in any type of situation. So thank you. The mayor has a question too, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to, through you, Mr. Chairman, I want to just reiterate exactly what Assistant Chief Rickabon said. We are never going to beat social media. And so we need to wait until we have the facts. And we did have the facts, and there was still false information going on. So I would really encourage our council not to engage on social media on any crisis that's happening without having that confirmed information from the town manager.
Thank you, Mayor. And if there are no other questions, I just had a couple. One is around pistol permits, and I was curious, that number, is that a big number? Is that a small number? Where does that number fall in the grand scheme of things when we're looking out on the landscape there?
Through you, Mr. Chair, which number are you talking about, the year to date or the monthly?
Well, I guess answering one will probably answer the other, but yeah, I guess the year to date would be the more appropriate.
That's about average. That's not an outstanding number for us. So that would be a typical year for us in the West Hartford Police Department. So not an issue on our end.
Okay. I was just curious, because I've seen the numbers, but I didn't know where they fell. The other question I had was regarding the presentation that was made to the school nurses on bullying, internet bullying and grooming. And has that only been presented to school nurses? I bring this up because I have some direct experience with someone who was a victim of online bullying, and so I kind of just wonder if it's just the nurses or are there others involved that will see the presentations? How extensive is that?
Through you, Mr. Chair, the West Hartford Police Department has done a phenomenal job since the 70s. Our community resource officer program, where we have 3 officers that are split up between the elementary school and the middle schools, and then we have 2 full-time SROs in the high school, actually work with the curriculum specialist through the Board of Education, where we develop programs throughout the school. So every child in West Hartford will see a police officer twice a year. The internet safety and bullying programs are baked into that, so every kid gets to see it along with the teachers. We just really concentrated on the school nurses per their request for something like this because they're not always in the classroom with us when we're teaching it. So we wanted to expand it a little bit, and that came through our community relations department. But again, West Hartford has been way in front of everybody in towns and ahead of the curve by having police officers in the schools for years and working in collaboration with the Board of Education through the curriculum specialists and presenting these programs to children through their health programs.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief Rickaban. And to be fair, it wasn't in West Hartford that the incident took place. So it's nothing. It took place a couple 100 miles away. So, are there any other questions? I thought I might have heard somebody say something, or was it just background chatter? Okay, thank you, Chief Rickaban. And I think that allows us to go on to Fire Chief Priest. There you are. You're up.
Here I am. Thank you. I appreciate it. So for those not who haven't met me yet, my name is Greg Priest. I'm the Fire Chief and Emergency Management Director, and you'll often hear me start all of my conversations by saying how honored I am and humbled to serve this community, our residents, our elected officials, but most of all, the staff who are out there providing your fire rescue, emergency management, and fire marshal services. So with that, Mr. Chair, welcome to your new role. I really, really do enjoy working with you, and your new role going forward is so critical for public safety. So thank you very much. To our new counselors who are on the phone, I was actually just discussing with Chief Riddick the other day the opportunity perhaps just to come and have a meet and greet and invite so that it's not just always on virtual, we get a chance to meet with you. Obviously open to our other counselors as well. As you could tell from Chief Rickaban's report, we love to communicate in public safety. We love to educate. We love to be transparent in our operations. That is certainly a shared value here in the fire department from my perspective as well. I encourage you to reach out to me directly or any of my staff. Obviously, through the town manager or make sure that the town manager is always looped in on that. But it's really important for us to be transparent and to educate at the same time. As a little follow-up to Councilor Lyon's question, I think that I wanted to pick up on one of the things the town manager and AC Rickaban did a really, really wonderful job of explaining those systems and how things work. I wanted to highlight 2 things, which is first, it's beware the initial report. We find in our business that the first thing that is reported is usually not how it is, and we like to go out and find facts, which is why it is that the pace of information that sometimes we provide is we really want to ensure that we're getting it right, because if we propagate sending information that's incorrect, that can create a future problem. But what I really wanted to highlight too, in both of our industries, is we do something called an after action report, which is following any critical incident or something like that. We generally will gather a team to discuss what we have done right, what we do better. And those are the times where we really enjoy hearing all of the perspectives on the table so that we can make adjustments moving forward so we're meeting everybody's expectations. So with that, I'll kind of switch a little bit. I did recognize Councilor Walters' request. I do tend to bring a large team with me to our public safety committee meetings, and there's a reason for that, both visually, but also it's how the fire department is led, which is we are a team. We're a team with you. We're a team with the police department. So I'm honored, especially around the Thanksgiving time where we all reflect on the things that we're happy about, to have Assistant Chief Jay Silver. He runs our operations division, so our fire trucks, our EMS, our training division. To have Assistant Chief Bob Grimaldi, who is our fire marshal, running our inspections, investigations, and all of our outreach programs related to fire prevention. I also have Bob McHugh with me, who runs our emergency management program, a very growing and robust emergency management program in Connecticut that we're very, very proud of as well. And then I know she'll be very aggravated at me, but this is the glue that holds everything together in the fire department. This is Melinda McEwen. She's our primary admin, and we couldn't do it without her. So I always enjoy the daggers that are probably being thrown at me from behind, but she's the unsung hero of the fire department. So moving on, I submit a written report every month to the Public Safety Committee. You can certainly read it. It's attached in there. I would offer to all of our new counselors and to our new chair, please feel free to look at it and let us know if you would like to see something changed in it, to see data differently. I like to think that we make data informed decisions, which means that we use the information we have to make sure we're providing the best service to our residents. And we present it to you for your review when it's appropriate for you, but we're always glad to answer questions on it as well. So my written or my verbal reports at Public Safety Committee are generally structured around 4 things, which is I first start with our folks, our people, the things that make our organization as effective as it is, any notable activity as far as fires or incidents, and then I will touch on any projects and generally what is upcoming. Again, the chair's preference, if he wants to hear it or read it, always glad to do it, but staying with the past practice, I'll just touch a couple of those things for this month's report. I'm happy that we've just made 2 promotions. We have Captain Shipley and Lieutenant Eric Wilson were promoted, and we have a new list. We have 2 vacancies. We'll be sending 2 new firefighters to be determined to the February Fire Academy. I discussed it at last month's public safety, but I really wanted to reinforce the concept that we are coming into the heating season. So this is related to fires in fireplaces, cooking equipment. We're getting into the time where we do see an uptick in our fire activity and also in our carbon monoxide calls. So I would just make the call out there to make sure that we're having good fire prevention type of messages going out, which is make sure you have clean chimneys, make sure that you understand what you're doing when you are using other heating type of equipment to make sure that you are not creating carbon monoxide, and to have appropriate smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors in your house. Those definitely save lives. Our notable projects and activity, we have a new Truck 3, which is an aerial platform apparatus but the council saw fit and we're very appreciative. That is in, and we expect that to come online within a month. I'm incredibly pleased to report that we have a kickoff meeting today to make some renovations inside of our fire stations, at least 3 of them. These are overdue. I'm very, very appreciative for the support of this. I'm looking forward to the effects that it will have, not only on the stations, but on the people who have to occupy these areas 24/7. We've selected a training tower architect. So what that means is we're getting ready to see plans and move forward with the replacement of an existing training tower that was condemned several years ago. One of our first areas that we will be looking at with that is we've already identified our needs, but now we have to associate 2025 costs with that as well. So you can expect to have some sort of conversation with me upcoming to ensure that we are able to train our firefighters, because that is one of the most critical things that we do in the fire service, is make sure that we're trained. Along that same line, I want to give a little shout out publicly to our friends from the town of Newington Fire Department who have extended the use of their training tower. We've been over there with our companies recently doing live burn training because we don't have our tower, but they've been incredibly hospitable, but I'm looking forward to making sure our tower moves forward. I was pleased and honored. Chief Rickabon was talking about the activity in the schools of the police department. I was proud to watch our community support officer and EMS officer walking out. They're in the process of doing CPR training and step to bleed training for many of the school nurses, and they've been working very, very hard on that the last few months. And then just to wrap us up here a little bit, it would be very happy to give some recognition to Bob McHugh, who has now trained over 350 people in CERT and they had a pretty busy month helping out with some of the food pantry and turkey donations. So Bob, thank you to you and your team for that. We too look forward to participating in our community events, our holiday stroll coming up. Our fire and ice fire department will have a great presence there for you. And we're looking forward to talking to our new council members and coming into the budget season, which is always fun for all of us. With that, conclude my report, and I'd be glad to answer any questions.
Thank you, Chief Priest. And so, again, looking around, I see no hands up, so I'm going to have to rely on folks to speak up to ask the question. And again, I apologize. Are there any questions from the committee?
May I ask a
Yes,
question?
could I ask a question? Through
Councilor
you,
Harris, go
Mr.
ahead,
Chairman?
please.
Yes. I'm curious if you could tell us the number of people in the department, meaning active firefighters, and how many positions are actually open?
Through you, Mr. Chair, Councilor Harris, currently we have 2 vacant positions. We have a total of 92 bargaining unit members, and we have a series of support staff. I believe we are at right around 100 when you include all of our civilian, part-time, and uniform staff. But 2 of those positions are vacant right now, and they will be refilled shortly. We're very happy that that is our vacancy number. That's low for.
Okay, thank you. Did you say 2 vacancies? I didn't hear that clearly.
That is correct, ma'am. We have 2 what we call hard vacancies, meaning they are vacated and funded positions that we will.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is there another question? I thought I heard somebody else starting to speak up.
Oh, yes, Chairman Walters, I do have a question if nobody else on the committee has questions before me.
Go ahead, Councilor Wang.
Okay.
Councilor Wang, we are not hearing anything, or at least I am not.
Okay, one moment.
Well, now we're hearing you.
You can hear me? You can hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Chair, I lost him. I'm not sure. Mr. Chair, I maybe.
You're muted, Barry.
Apologies.
Is this not working?
Councilor Wang, you're going in and out, and we're not hearing you at the moment.
Oh, how about this? I changed my speaker again. How about this?
We can hear you.
Okay, sorry. So the November 10th crash at Bloomfield Avenue, was that right at that really wide entrance of University of Hartford? Like that's kind of 4 or 5 lanes wide there?
Councilor Wayne, thank you very much for that question. As it pertains to motor vehicle accidents that are under investigation, I tend to defer those over to my colleagues in the police department who investigate it. What I can generally do is I can give you the severity of injuries, but due to HIPAA, I generally don't give too much more. I kind of put it into a bracket, and I can tell you about our fire department involvement. So through you, Mr. Chair, I would probably have to defer that over to AC Riccabon and his team.
Understood. Do you have anything regarding that accident, Chief Riccabon?
Through you, Mr. Chair, that is the entrance that he's talking about. That is correct.
Councilor Wang, I I'm not sure if you're still there. I can't hear you.
Okay. Hello?
Yes.
Sorry, this is really not working out. I'm going to have to figure out a way to get my kids to school without me. um, so just regarding that intersection, really broad radius curbs, just seems like a really dangerous intersection when you have, so much traffic going through there with the pedestrian crossing being very, very wide with those flared out curb radii. One other question, I'm sorry again for the technical issues for the fire chief, but these overdose calls you guys get, many of our surrounding communities give Narcan leave behind kits, which include a Narcan as well as information on how to get into treatment. Are you guys doing something similar with a Narcan leave behind kit when you respond to an overdose?
Through you, Mr. Chair, that is correct, Councilor Wang. We do have leave behind overdose or Narcan kits. We work in partnership with the Health District and the Department of Public Health. We have those available. When we report out on our overdoses, we monitor those. Ours tend to be situations which don't always require a leave behind kit based upon where the location of the person is, but we do have the capacity and we do hand them out when it's appropriate.
Okay, thank you so much. And again, sorry for the technical issues. I'll get this figured out.
Okay, thank you. And I do know the health department is very involved in providing Narcan training, oftentimes with other organizations within the community. So between the two or three, there is Narcan getting out there and some training getting out there, but it's always seems like it's never enough. And it's not because we're not trying, it's just new opportunities and challenges tend to present themselves. Are there any other questions?
This is Mayor Cantor. I just have a comment on that. Counselor Wang is now on Human and Leisure Services, and there is extensive training and periodic suicide prevention and Narcan training. So I'm sure that can be covered in that committee as well.
Thank you, Mayor. And Rick, and I see a couple different hands going up. So we'll go to Town Manager Rick Ledwith first.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I just wanted to follow up on Councilor Wang's comments regarding Bloomfield Avenue and that entrance at the University of Hartford. This is something we are incorporating into our Vision Zero efforts. Following this accident, we had a chance to go over and meet with the Vice President of Student Affairs at University of Hartford, talked about what we're doing town-wide and incorporating some of those strategies into, mostly the University of Hartford campus entrance and exit right there, but some of the strategies that we've utilized town-wide and incorporating them right there on the campus and coming out onto the street as well. So more to follow on that, but it is, to Councilor Wang's point, it is a dangerous intersection right there with a lot of traffic going in and out. When we went over there a couple of weeks ago, had a chance to stand out there and watch what was happening between students entering and exiting and getting picked up. And so there are some things that we can incorporate into that area that the university was very happy to hear about. So more to follow on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that.
And is Bloomfield Avenue at that point a state highway? So are they involved in that as well?
It is, yep, and they will be involved. But they've been very receptive to what we've been doing since the state has taken on the Vision Zero initiative statewide. So they will be very much a part of what we will incorporate there.
Great, thank you. And Chief Priest.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chair. Councilor Wang, I also just wanted to point out one other thing too, related to data regarding our EMS calls. We don't often talk about it just for the timing of our Public Safety Committee reports, but we do submit in our written report basically a summary of what we call a primary impression breakdown, which means anytime the paramedic has transported somebody to the hospital, they code them out with what they call their primary impression. So what I want to do is just touch a couple of those quickly because I believe it provides context, much like Chief Riccobon was talking about for pistol permits. So for example, between June and November, we did 19 overdoses, which is what the paramedic coded that out as. Conversely, we had 107 altered mental statuses, 33 cardiac arrests, 29 cardiac arrhythmias, 51 strokes. So just giving you some context of where that level of where our overdose activity falls into other types of medical calls. Again, it just points to we try to make our decisions data informed, and how we track this data is so important for us. We're currently looking at this record software and looking to see if this is the best product that we have available for us.
Thank you, Chief Priest. And do I see
Thank you
any
so
other
much.
hands? And if you have a question, literally raise your hand because I'm not seeing the electronic version of that. Yes, Chief Riccobon.
Going back to your original question, Mr. Chair, the pistol permits, Sarah probably was able to gather the data quickly for you, just so you have context to it as well. 2022, we had 269, 2023, 217, and 2024, 276. So that gives you at least a 3-year look back and provides some parameters for that number that I gave you earlier in the report.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you for that info. Okay. Let's see here. I'm not sure I see any more hands up. So I think we can go ahead and move on. Thank you, Chief Priest, for your report. And I think we all, at least I am looking forward to some possible field trips with the fire department and the police department, both public safety and also visit with Mr. McHugh and the emergency management team as well. So I think not having the opportunity when I came in 2 years ago, I would love to jump in and do that with y'all. I think at this point, we are on to future agenda items. Mr. Manager?
Any requests from the committee?
No, none for me.
For many of us, it being our first time, maybe next time we'll be better at that. And I apologize for cutting you off, Councilor McGinnis. What did you have something?
I just said I don't have any future agenda items.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, I think we're at a point of adjournment. I thank everybody, and it seems like we had a few technical difficulties on different parts, and I apologize for my part in that. If there is no further questions or remarks, I would like to ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right. And do we have a second?
Second.
All right. We can vote to adjourn, and have a great day out there. Watch for ice. I'm hearing that it's all good this morning, so be careful once you cross out of West Hartford. All right. Have a
Thanks,
great day,
everyone.
everyone.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.